Today we're going to be working on a 2014 Mercedes E350 that we're going to be putting in a V-line, so we'll have to remove the radio here and we'll show you how to do that. So our first step is going to be at the glove box here. You'll open that and then we're going to have the two metal clips up here. We're going to be using a pry tool like this to pull those down and unlatch them from this trim here. Go. Now I've got both of those pulled down. So our next step will be taking the same pry tool here and we're going to pop out these clips inside of here. As you can see, this one's popped out already, but we'll have the one on the driver's side over here that will show you how we pop that out. So we're going to do the one on the driver's side over here. We're just going to stick our tool right behind the clip and then bend it out. There we go. And if it doesn't stay in place like this one over here, then what you'll have to do is pry at the same time. But we're going to go ahead and pry this side off first. So the first step will be taking our pry tool and we're just going to pry around all of these edges here. And since this clip was already out, this side will come out, but as you can see, this side isn't. So we're going to take our pry tool and put it right in the corner here. And then I'm going to push against that while I'm prying this clip out. There we go. And now we've got this side loose and we can pull this whole panel out. Our next step will be removing these three connectors here. And I'm just going to use the pry tool for this. There we go. And now we can take this and put it to the side for now. So we have two T20 Torx bolts that hold in the radio here. We're going to want to take those out, and to do that we're using a 90-degree angle here for our drill. And we have a T20 in here, and we'll show you how to pull these out. There we go. Alright, so now that we have these two screws loosened up here, we can go ahead and pull the radio out. And this button panel down here should have a plug on the side on the passenger side, and we'll remove that. Here's what that looks like. It's just got a clip on the top, similar to what we pulled out of the AC vent up here. And once you've got that out, you can fully pull the radio out. So for the radio, we just need to undo two plugs. First one will be this gray plug over here. There we go. Now we've got that loose, and then we'll need to undo this quad lock here as well. There'll be this clip tab on the bottom that you'll pull up, and then this lever should actually release and allow it to come out. So now that we have the two cables disconnected behind the radio, we can go ahead and connect our cables. The first one here is going to be our MCF MB45, and that'll be connecting to this factory quad lock right here. We do need to remove these two fiber optic cables, and as you can see there's a little clip here. So if you just push up on that, there we go. You can pull these out, and these will go into our quad lock. So we'll put those to the side, and then we'll connect this here. And now that we have this side of our T-harness connected, we'll have to connect this to the radio. We'll just need these fiber optic cables for that, and we're going to insert those into the same slot. And now that that's done, we can insert this into the back of the radio and push down on the lever, and now we've got our main harness connected, and that'll be the one that has this 20-pin connector here and the factory microphone, which are used for the V-line. From there we'll be moving on to our second cable, which will be our VHSD MB45, and that'll have these connections here. The green is a different color than the factory gray wire, as this plug can fit in anywhere behind the radio if it's the same style connector, so make sure you do plug it into the gray one. And now that we've got that seated in there, we're going to connect the factory plug right here. And now we've got all of our connections behind the radio made. we're going to go ahead and run these two connectors here out to the glove box to plug into the V-line. So now that we've got all of our cables behind here, we've got them all ran to the glove box and all managed, we can put the radio back in at this point. And you'll just want to slide in these pegs back here to make sure that they lock into place. Don't forget your plug for the button panel here. Plug in on the passenger side. And the radio should just slide into place. There we go. And if it doesn't go all the way in, just make sure you adjust your wiring. Sometimes you have to take the quad lock, the factory one and the female one from our harness, and push those down lower to this level so that it seats properly. And now we'll move on to tightening these two bolts up here. There we go. Now we've got both of those tightened, and we'll move on to the vent connectors. So we're ready to put this back in now. We're going to get these plugs plugged in. Alright, so now that we've got all those seated, we're going to push this back into place. You do want to watch your cables up here. Ours is still tucked into the tram as it is from the factory, but that can come loose and might get in the way of the vents going back in. For this to go back in, you do want to make sure that your metal clips over here are still pulled down fully, and then you can insert everything in. And now everything's flush, and we'll just be pushing these two metal bars up here. And now we've got everything reassembled.